Hey, Shalom. This is your brother Yawanathan. First and foremost, I want to give all praises to the Most High, Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakah Kodash. I want to give double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone. I want to say Shalom to all the brothers and, of course, the few sisters who are pursuing this truth and sincerity. All right, may the blessing and blessing be upon your house. Got some clips I want to show you guys. We'll bring our precepts along the way. Let's get into it. All right, the first clip I want to show you guys, many of you probably already seen it. The so-called Rabbi Harry Rosenberg talks about the Igbo tribe in West Africa, Nigeria. And, you know, like it says in Psalm 64 and 8, so shall they make their own tongue to fall upon themselves. So, that's going to be happening even more so. You have all the whistleblowers, all these various people bringing out facts about what Esau is doing, about who we even are. All right. But chiefly, we don't need a DNA test. We don't need, this kind of evidence to prove who we are. We fit the prophecies. When you go to Deuteronomy the 28th chapter, those curses are supposed to be upon Israel until the kingdom of heaven is established. When you go to Revelation 22 and 3, it says, and then there shall be no more curse. And this is upon the kingdom of heaven being established on the earth. Okay. And as far as the lineage, we know that it goes by the seed of the Father. Okay. And, a person takes on features from both parents, but the spirit that the Lord puts in that body is determined or attached to the seed that was planted in the woman representing the land. If I can articulate it in the simplest terms, if I had a handful of orange seeds and I planted some here in America, China, Russia, various lands, regardless of those different lands that I planted that seed, the tree that comes forth is going to be an orange tree and it's going to bear orange fruit. This is how the Lord discerns lineage. The man carries the seed, the woman is the land. Now, the physical body may take on features from both, but the spirit in that person is what the Father is. Simply put, that's why in the scriptures you always have men begatting other men. Abraham begat Isaac, Isaac begat Jacob. It's men begatting other men. All right? Go to Numbers 1 and 18. When they were tracking lineage, they did it by the house of the Father. Doesn't diminish the importance of the woman within the family scheme. She's the first teacher of the children. But when it comes to lineage itself, it is determined by the seed of the man, which is why it was so important for men in ancient time to have a son so that their line could continue, because daughters didn't continue on their line. Okay? So in the scriptures, it talks about us coming back upon the earth every 3 to 4 generations. All right? So that's how the Lord determines lineage. Esau does it another way. Also, he's not someone to be trusted. Just a few years ago, we had the president of Haiti who's deceased now. Well, he was murdered. When they were swiping inanimate objects and sending them into the government to be tested for C19, and they were coming back positive. These inanimate objects were coming back positive for C19. He brought it out that these people are full of shit. And we didn't need him to tell us that. All right. Let's continue on with this clip here. And they chuckle and laugh at genocide. If it's not the JOOs that are going through it, people they can make light of it. You can make light of everyone's suffering except the so-called JOO in the earth. Want to find out who's in charge? Find out who you can't talk about. All right? Want to find out who's in charge? Find out who you can't talk about. You can make light of everyone's affliction except the so-called JOO. So you have the so-called rabbi there speaking on it. But if he is, actually a Edomite, then his people played the biggest hand in our demise. All right. It's a flyer one of the brothers put in the chat the other day. And if you want to look for the source, it's right here. You can the documents illustrative of history of the slave trade of America in Washington, D.C., 1930, Carnegie Institute. And that's in Pittsburgh. I went to the University of Pittsburgh. So when I first was getting into the truth, it might be interesting if you're in that area to go stop by their library. They have a lot of documents and history that probably won't be able to run into in other places or online. Okay. But look at these names here. Ship names, but the people's names, all right? They clearly took on our heritage and wore proudly. Moses, Levi, Jacob, Nathan, Isaac, Levi, Moses, Levi, John Roosevelt, Jacob Roosevelt, Moses, Levi, Jacob Franks, Aaron. I look at some of these. Isaac Asher, Solomon, Jacob, Abraham, a lot of Judah in here. Uriah, Daniel, Mordecai, Jacob, Levi, Nathan, Solomon, Benjamin Wolf, yeah, uh, Joshua, Levi, Benjamin S. Judah, Emmanuel, all these different names. And so they played the biggest hand in the captivity of the bloodline descendants, according to prophecy of Jacob. All right, let's read some of these quotes here they put on the flyer. This is Ayo Kamathi. I'm not sure who this guy is. They drawn lines and declared the world isn't big enough for the both of us, Jews versus the rest of us, Goyim. And that's so they're calling everybody else heathen when they're actually heathen themselves. Um, It blows my mind because when you start to look up things and you really read the scriptures and go into prophecy, it's clear to see that these people, they don't fit the prophecies. The Israelites don't go back into the land until the Lord returns. See that in Micah. It says if we dig and we run into Jewish pot of transatlantic slave trade, yeah, it says how did I get to be anti-Semite? What have I done? I told the truth about Jewish involvement in the slave trade. Yeah, it's all true. But I'm pretty sure these guys are trying to find carnal solution to our people's situation, and the solution isn't carnal; it's a spiritual solution. Okay, and the spiritual solution is going to be told to the people by the prophets. All right. Yep, and also, I got a bunch of the behind the scenes clips on my computer. I ran into this one, and I want to play it for you guys because our mindset in this time, man, we got to start detaching from this place, man. So this is an older clip, maybe some months back. Whoa, this is not even months back. This may be like a year back because this is when it was cold. It's back when it was cold. So the elder Yatizak was speaking, and the elder from Mississippi was speaking. Uh, let's play it. Yeah, man. So right now is the time to be focused on building up our riches in the kingdom of heaven, so we may be hid in the day of the Lord's anger, man. Because it's about to get dark out here. This devil's about to pull out all the stops to get us out of there. So we got to be built up in the spirit and the mind to endure the things to come, and step out on faith when the Lord requires us to, because that stepping out on faith is the access to the protection. All right. So Abba Ratzazah, the lesson was edifying. Want to give all praises once more to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Rakak Wadash. Want to give double honors to apostles and the elders of Great Millstone. Want to say shalom to all the brothers and, of course, the few sisters who are pursuing this truth in sincerity. All right. May the blessing of election be upon your house. Shalom.